Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Erin. I go by Erin the Urban Mermaid, which is also my business name. Sorry, my bracelets are all tangled here. I'm a mother, I'm a writer, I am an esoteric healer, I am a 5D soul guide, I am a spiritual business coach, and I am a psychic medium. I am the creator of the Grounded and Glam series, if you will. And I have a monthly membership program where I help my fellow empaths and light workers on their spiritual and ascension and personal development journeys so that they may heal and take their place as leaders of the new earth, shining their lights brightly and beautifully and boldly. My channels are astrology and the tarot, which if you follow me on Instagram or if you were on my mailing list at Instagram at Erin the Urban Mermaid, you know that I am relaunching my Grounded and Glam Let's Talk Tarot course on April 16th. If you want some more info, go to my website, www.erintheurbanmermaid, and just sign up for my mailing list and you will get an email with all the sweet details on that. I also host a podcast on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify called the hashtag Grounded and Glam Modern Mystics and Motherhood Podcast. So welcome. The sun has once again shifted zodiac signs, and we are at the very beginning of the astrological new year in Aries season. So if you didn't know, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and this past weekend on the spring equinox, it was also the astrological new year. So we ended it with Pisces, and now we begin with Aries, which is a cardinal fire sign. I love me some fire signs. I'm a fire sign myself. I always thrive in fire sign season. But what I like so much about this is it was a huge ending to a cycle. And Aries brings endless possibilities to new beginnings. I always say March is my favorite month. I've had a lot of new beginnings happen to me in March. Most significant, my oldest son was born 4 years ago in the spring equinox at 0 degrees Aries. Aries stellium. But always my download to move to California happens. Then just some significant moments in my life seem to pop off around springtime. So a little bit about Aries. They are the infants of the zodiac. Because they are the first sign, you'll find that they're very quick. And by quick, I can mean irrational, making snappy decisions and stuff like that. They have a temper, but they get over things very easily. So they have a lot of childlike qualities to them. And I mean that in the best way possible, of course. There's like a certain innocence to them, but also a certain like immaturity, if I may speak like that. They're very intelligent. They have a noble spirit. They're always down to fight for the cause. They're like the warriors. They can be a little brazen. They don't take things too personally, which is great. Or if they do, they get over it quickly. They're usually a lot of fun for sure. It's funny that I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a fire sign. I just want to adjust my camera, you guys. Sorry, this shirt is just too cute not to be shown. I'm a fire sign. I'm a Sag, and I notice a lot of my friend group, especially my close friends, are the Aries and the Leos. And it's funny, a lot of them have Scorpio moons too. I attract a lot of Scorpio moons into my life. They're just an overall like a really fun sign. I would say a lot of energy. Holy moly. Every Aries I know is usually flying off the handle. My son, who's the Aries stellium, I always say he's the one person on earth who probably has more energy than I do. Here we are. We're in this season. I'm super excited. I feel strongly about a lot of new beginnings. Closing of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. We also have Venus hit Aries as well, where she will be until April 14th, I want to say, which is coming towards the end of Aries season. And this is about some hot, spicy love, passion, inspiration, firsts. You know, if you're single, don't be scared to go on those first dates. If you're with someone, if you're with your partner, you know, don't be scared to try new things together. And also, what I was really feeling deeply about that transit is self-love and learning to love yourself first before you could truly attract in that divine counterpart. Okay, then. So why don't we get to this sun goddess reading? So this is the Grounded and Glam sun goddess, Aries sun goddess reading. So I'm going to read today from this deck, the Fountain Tarot, which I really like. I get very interesting downloads from this one. You know, every deck is different, which is something I teach you in my Let's Talk Tarot course. So the downloads you get from the art and the way you channel is quite different from each one. And then I also brought out, oh, is there a card stuck in there? There is. I better shuffle again. The Golden Tarot. And I really love this one because I feel like I look like this Empress. Right? Don't you think? That's me. I'm just kidding. One thing you'll learn about me is I have a really good sense of humor. A little bit dark sometimes because I have a Mercury in Scorpio, but needless to say. So I already meditated and called in my guides for this, but you know, I'm going to give the cards another shuffle just to clear the energy of the deck. Oh, we got some jumpers. Oh, that's too many. Normally, if it was just one, I would call it out, but that was a lot. So, ooh, I'm like, I have butterfingers today. Okay, so angels, guardian angels, spirit guides. Call you in now. I need to please be the vessel that clearly and concisely channels the messages for this Grounded and Glam Aries Sun Goddess reading. Now, I think I have such butterfingers today because I finally got my nails done, like nails, which I haven't had in 5.5 years since I had kids. But you know what? It's Aries season and my inner bad bitch, fierce bitch needed to come out and I needed to start to feel like a little more feminine these days. But anyway, moving along. All right. We are crowning this reading with the Knight of Cups. 9 of Wands. 8 of Cups. Okay. And the 2 of Cups. All right. So we already got a lot of cups here. So cups pertain to emotions. They relate to the water signs of the zodiac. There are our inner feelings, our inner emotions, how we process our emotions. So the Knight of Cups, the thing about knights, so when you look at the progression of the tarot, you have the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. And the queen and the king, they've mastered their journey. The page, he means well, but he's still learning the lessons. And the knight is just one step above that. So he's taking those lessons that he learned as a silly little page, if I may, and he's really contemplating on what to do with them. So let's see where this is going to take us here. So we have the 9 of Wands. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to actually use the Golden Tarot. So 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. We get some clarity on this 9 of Wands. Oh, we got we got the page here. Page of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the High Priestess. You know, she shows up in my readings often. Whenever we see the High Priestess, we know that it's really, our intuition is really going to come to play this month. Okay, sorry. So the 9 of Wands is like, this is really this Aries energy because wands are fire sign energy. And I always say the 10 of Wands reminds me of my younger son, Bryson, but my older son, Bryson. But the 9 of Wands is someone who understands and knows that there's challenges ahead, but has that energy and that gusto to kind of pursue and go forward. So they have what it takes to get to the success mark, even if they know that it's going to be hard work and they're really going to have to push themselves. Now we follow this with the Page of Swords, who is like, you know, he has good intentions, right? But he could be a little bit reckless. He could be a little bit reckless. He could be a little bit in hot pursuit. He can kind of, you know, maybe act without thinking things through thoroughly. But then we have the Two of Wands here, which is about really our goals and aspirations. What are these goals that we're longing for? What are we thinking about? What's in our future? And then the High Priestess, my favorite intuitive divine feminine. So what I'm getting here is we for this astrological new year, we have maybe set some new goals and dreams and hopes of some manifestations, and it's important that we don't rush into them with reckless abandonment. You know, we don't rush into them without thinking. And we understand that challenges are going to lie ahead, and we have to make sure that we're preserving ourselves and preserving our energy to go forth and kind of, you know, attain these goals. But rather than, here it is, rather than the divine masculine, this Page of Swords, who is like, go, do, be, hurry up. We need to be leaning into the divine feminine, which is our intuition. So maybe what I'm getting is taking a little bit of a step back from always doing and going, and allow yourself to be, and let the answers come to you. Let the goals come to you. You don't always have to chase so hard. In fact, if you're always doing, you're not really making room for things to come in, because you're never still, right? You're forcing things to happen. So I want to get some more cards on all this, actually. So very interesting. I think I want to go and get cards a little bit more on this Page of Swords, of this reckless, good intentions for sure, but, you know, maybe not stopping in to think so much in regards to our goals. So we know we have to use our intuition. Okay, the World. Okay, this is why. The Zodiac New Year is playing a huge role in this right now. So the World, it's the end of a cycle. It's a completion of sorts. And now this year is a 5-year. 2021 is a 5-year. So that means it's a year of change. So with the Ace of Coins, there's a new beginning here. Perhaps you have a new business venture, a new job, you want to raise, you're moving, you have a new home. You can't get to that if you're going to go into this recklessly. You have to trust your intuition. Let this cycle end. When we make the way we end karmic cycles is we have to release that karmic debt, and we do that by learning the lesson, right? So we have to learn our lessons here and not be doing the same thing, because what's that saying? If you keep doing the same thing the same way and get the same results, you can't expect anything different, or it's like insanity or something like that. We have to change our ways now. If we're going to resolve the karmic debts, we have to do something differently to close out, put a hard close to that cycle, so that we get our new beginning, or what's coming to us. Okay. And we do that by trusting our intuition. Okay. Wow. Alrighty. So we move on here, keep going. So the Eight of Cups. I see the Eight of Cups as, and this card is actually interesting because this looks nothing like the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Let me show you this card really quick. So you see the eight empty cups right here. By the way, these are my nails. The 8 empty cups, and you see the man off in the distance, kind of walking away towards the horizon, but there isn't water in these cups. So I take this as your future is worth leaving your past behind for. So changing your ways, realigning your thought processes, your decision making, making decisions for your highest good, rather than the same shitty patterns you've been stuck in, is only going to lead to something better. So I'm actually going to, do I want to go back to, no, I'm liking this right now. I'm going to stick with the Fountain Tarot right now. Temperance. Oh, and you know, when a lot of major arcana shows up, you know that it's a big deal. It's a big life event. Oh, I got dirt on my hands. And there's a Page of Swords again. Interesting. So this Page of Swords is coming up twice. We need to be more conscious and make decisions for our highest good. The Magician is telling me it's already in us. We are the person that we're all meant to become is already within us. It's up to us to tap into that. It's up to us to access that. And we can't do that by staying in toxicity, by staying in, poor relationships, by not having boundaries, by making the same choices over and over again. Like, being energetically stuck is, we can't go forward. We have a cycle to end that has a new beginning for us, but we can't get to that unless we change something about us. Okay. Alrighty. And now we have Temperance. I think I want to get a couple cards on Temperance. I think I'm going to go back to the Golden Tarot. So Temperance is Sag energy. Sag, that's me. So I mean, Sag here. No, Sag is a lucky sign. Jupiter, they're ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is a lucky planet. Let's get some cards here on Temperance. Okay. All right. So 5 of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the 2 of Coins. We've been battling ourselves for so long. You know what the right, I don't want to say good decisions. I hate saying that. I don't like to polarize. I don't like things to be good or bad. You know what the decisions are for your highest good. You know how to break these cycles, right? That's what the Magician is telling us. The Magician told us that everything is within us, but yet we're still at a battle. What you have to, and all of us, the collective has to understand is whatever we're releasing is meant to leave our lives, so something more aligned and frankly, something better is meant to come in. And the more we battle ourselves, the more stuck we are. So if we just sit here and we ponder and we stay in our thoughts and we just battle ourselves, it doesn't get us anywhere. So we have a decision to make, right? We have a decision to make. Do we change, release, and trust the universe that better is meant for us? Or do we stay stuck in these patterns? I think I want to get some more cards on this before I move on, because the next card I pulled was the 2 of Cups. And I mean, Temperance too. Temperance, there needs to be a balance with Temperance. What are we giving too much to in our lives? And, that could be the battle within ourselves. Things are only relevant if you give them power. I learned that lesson like this month. Look at me, 35 years old, still resolving karmic debts. It doesn't stop. The healing doesn't stop. The learning never ends. You think you get something, the universe throws something else at you. It's just the way it is. We're never complete in our journeys. Okay, so I kind of want to get a couple more cards here. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So I pulled 3 sword cards, which is, you know, this is air sign energy. This is communication. This, and on a deeper level, it can be our consciousness too. I always say that about Mercury, but, you know, I was just getting mercurial vibes here. So 6 of Swords is, you know, there's meant to be movement. We need to take action. We need to get in our boats and go. But the 2 of Swords, see, we're coming up with choices again. Every time I see these 2, I get choices that come up. But notice she's blinded in this card. The 2 of Swords, the lady holding the swords, is blinded. And that's because she has to trust herself to make the right decision. Did I just get the punchline for this? Trust yourself to make the, again, maybe not the right decision. I don't like saying that. Trust yourself to make the decision for your highest good so that you get to Queen of Swords status. She's cool. She's confident. She is throat chakra because she expresses her authentic truth no matter what. She is a conscious leader. Okay. Alrighty, so I am satisfied with that. So I'm going to move on to the 2 of Cups. So again, 2 is coming up. This deck is so interesting because normally 2 of Cups, you think partnership because it involves emotions. And in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it's like 2 people holding the chalices and it's like a union, right? Divine union. But this is way different. It's 2 people reaching for cups. So let's see, what are we reaching for? What are we reaching for with all of this? Okay. Okay. So we all want this beautiful new beginning, right? Here we are. I see this as people reaching to like get their emotions in check. Right. This is not the traditional Rider-Waite card. So the downloads are very different with this one. They are reaching to call back their power. They need to call back their power. They've given it away. And because they want this bright new day, but you know what? They need to disassociate themselves from the chains that bind, because then they're never going to progress. Now, the Knight of Coins, you know, again, he's someone who means well, but he's still in such an immature state. And he has a lot of lessons to learn. We need to release the chains that bind us. What are our devils? What's holding us back? They can go now. They can go. Okay, so I obviously need to get some cards on the devil now. So let me switch back to the Golden Tarot. All right, so I pulled another Ace of Coins. So King of Wands, 10 of Coins, Ace of Coins. So what lies ahead of us? is CEO energy, is stability, financial stability, family stability, but we have this whole road ahead of us, but we're not getting past that devil. I got to get a couple more cards on the freaking devil. I do. Our new path involves so much more stability, but we're the only person holding ourselves back. Okay. The Page of Wands. Did that pop up here already? I already forgot. Okay. The Page of Wands. All these pages showing up is telling me that I'm actually feeling we're ready to advance. We're ready to go to the next level on our ascension and spiritual journeys. We just need to trust that what we're releasing and what needs to be released, those devils, that there's something better on the other side of that. We have to trust this, okay? And we also, Three of Coins. There's some sort of community involved in this. So whether Three of Coins and Three of Cups. Jesus. Okay, yeah. So, sorry guys. So this is going to be some sort of community effort. So when I see the threes, people think, they think community, of course, but I see it as us co-creating our lives with the divine. It's like it's like the Trinity. We need to really be trusting the divine, trusting ourselves, trusting our intuition. But we also have to, by doing that, like we have to work on that every day. But I think this is really like, because I pulled the Seven of Swords, and this is, people get scared of the devil. You need to be scared of this fucking card, okay? We might have felt like we were betrayed by the universe in the past because something that we wanted didn't work out. I'm going to tell you the biggest secret of the universe. If something doesn't work out the way you want it to, it's because there's something more aligned out there for you. And if that was never meant to work out that way. So the universe didn't betray you, it saved you from something. So this betrayal is what's preventing you from truly letting go. Okay. Four of Swords. Just going to grab a couple more cards here. The Hangman, then another page. Okay. I think we need to sit with, you know what? We need to sit with our emotions a little bit longer. And that's okay. That's okay. We need to sit with our emotions a little bit longer. Page of Cups also. It's okay to have to stop to work things out for yourself. It is. It really, truly is. It's okay to have to stop and do the shadow work. It's okay. You're not stagnant. It's okay to pause and reevaluate yourself. And I think in that pause is really where you're going to be able to work out those inner battles and start trusting the universe again. And our intuition, your intuition, our intuition, it'll grow from that. It will. Wow. Funny, I pulled so many pages and nights in Aries season when I said Aries is so immature. So we're just at the beginning phases this year. Okay. Nothing has to be rock solid. You know, we completed a cycle. Now we're the babies in a new cycle. And that's okay. It's okay for us to have to sit with our emotions and learn to trust the universe again. But it's like I said, the universe never betrayed you. It saved you. All right. Wow. This was deep. Oh, actually wanted to show this first. So, you know, at the end of all these readings, I like to pull an oracle card. So this is a very cool oracle deck. It's called The Power to Transform. The artist is Shari Sylvie, and she actually sent me this book. I want to give a shout out to Christy at Circle of Life Healing Arts, because she sent me this. She is on Shari's team. And this is a very cool deck. It's very big though. So this is going to be an interesting shuffle. Bear with me. All right. So let me pull. Oh, apologize. Okay. Rebirth. I believe Shari did the artwork on these two, and it is quite beautiful. She's an Arizona-based artist. Okay, Rebirth, which perfect. We're at the beginning of our cycle. Notice at which level you are playing. Elevate yourself to the next stage. Share your gifts with others. Rebirth demonstrates the levels of physical, mental, emotional, and self-actualization needs. Beginning at the base level, we transform into higher levels until we find our calling, our gift to humanity. Place your awareness at the base level in your body. Its colors are red and orange, so she's referring to the root and sacral chakras. Are your basic needs for food, clothing, and shelter being met? Move on to the next level, the colors of green and blue, green. Are your needs for affection, self-love, and sense of belonging met? Shift your perception to the next level where stars burst from the universe and into the realm of inspiration and creativity. In this realm, you feel the satisfaction of sharing your gifts. Finally, elevate yourself to the violet and white upper levels. Your divine purpose for being a member of mankind is illuminated. Do you feel called to serve humanity, a cause outside yourself? Become the observer and notice which level you are performing on. Are you acting on one or two levels or all of them at once? If you have drawn this card, you are being called to wake up, move to higher levels, and ascend into the light of self-actualization. actualization. Oh my God, this one bothering me. Okay. Well, it's not funny because there are no coincidences, but now that we have closed out that big cycle and we're babies in this new cycle and we're learning to trust the universe again, and it'll come to us, and we will understand eventually that our future is so worth leaving anything in the past for. I'm going to tell you, between my dark night of the soul and the last few months of last year, I had to learn that too. I thought that the universe betrayed me big time, quite a few times, and getting over those fears were not easy. I highly recommend shadow work if you don't do that already, mirror work. But what I really feel here is communicating more with the divine will be what helps you realize everything is working out for your highest good. So we start again on this journey, the new astrological new year. Here we are, Aries season. All right, everyone. I just want to say thank you again for always tuning in. I appreciate you guys. You could check me out on IG at Erin the Urban Mermaid. My website is www.erintheurbanmermaid.com. And you could always join me for a healing sesh. Come get a personal reading, book a birth chart reading. And as I mentioned, I have just brought back enrollment for Let's Talk Tarot. I have only 8 spaces left. The sale price is good until April 9th. Classes begin April 16th. You get a free copy of my ebook, Embody the Sacred Wisdom of the High Priestess, as well as a very special bonus gift. I would say jump on it because I have had my DMs overflowing with people who want to join this course. So you could sign up for my newsletter and get some information there. If you already are on my newsletter, just shoot me a message somewhere and I will, well, you should have gotten the email then, but I'll be happy to chat with you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Happy Aries season, everyone.